Please watch the ads. If you don't watch the ads, we don't get paid. Please watch the ads. I want your girl to make money and to cash out. Yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, hi, my name is Cindy. Good to have you here. You're most definitely welcome. Today's video is long overdue, and guys, is a monetization story, and finally we're monetized. And look what we got here. Yes, we got this, and we were able to unlock it. And guys, this is good news. I can't wait to share with y'all the interesting story, or the story behind this, how we went and how we managed to get this. I mean, this, it took long enough before I got it, and I'm gonna be telling you lots of the story, or I'm gonna be sharing with you this story so you learn or you grab something from it. And if you're interested in this story, definitely stick around, because the story is gonna be interesting, and I know you all will be interested in listening to my story. So to celebrate that, we'll have our wine. This is a red wine, so I'm gonna be making a toast to this. Yes. So we're gonna be toasting. Cheers to more money, more good news, and lots of smiles on our faces. So cheers to that. Cheers. Okay, let's start. Oh, monetization. I got my 4,000 watch hour on the 27th of May, which is good news. In fact, that day I was super excited, and when I saw it, I wasn't actually sure if that really happened, because I've been anticipating for it, and I don't know if I still have a screenshot of when I was in 3,999 because I literally was taking the shot so I don't miss anything during that period. And when we clocked on that number 39999, it was ridiculous, because I kept waiting and watching to see when to clock to 4,000. And unfortunately, or fortunately for me, that period I was super busy, so I didn't even check it. So I practically wasn't close to my phone, so I didn't check it. So later in the evening, when I was trying to go through my YouTube analytics, and I'm like, oh, let me go through my watch time if I have clocked 4,000 already. So I clicked on it, and I saw that I already clocked 4,000, and I saw the notification, or I saw the section to apply. I'm like, oh wow, interesting. But here is what I did. I didn't apply that same day. I was way too excited, so I wanted to go through it and be sure that this is really happening. So I did apply that day, and the following day, which was on the 28th, I think I have screenshot. I'm not sure if I still have the screenshot, but if I have, I'm going to put it, or I'm going to place it here on the screen so you can see. And I'm sure on the 28th of May, on the 28th of May, I was practically just playing again, and I'm like, let me go check my watch time again if it's actually real, to be sure that it is actually real. And I went and I saw that it's 4,000, and I'm like, oh wow, it really happened. It happened for real. And I was super excited. Low key, I was way excited. I mean, that's something you want excited about, and I was really excited about it. And to be honest, I was so excited, and I decided to apply that day for the monetization. I'm like, okay, let me give it a try, let me apply for it and see how it goes. Decided to click to apply, and I applied, and everything got submitted. I'm like, okay, now the big deal. Now is the time to wait and relax to see how it's going to be. And mine didn't take me up to 2 hours. In fact, I'm not sure it took me up to 1 hour or an hour, because immediately I applied, I left my phone and I decided to go get busy. And next I got a call, and I was on a call with a friend, and a mail came in, and I was, what's this mail about? I'm not ready to open any random mail. In fact, that day I wasn't even in the mood to open any mails, and I'm like, what mail is this? I don't want to open no random mail. So something just made me open the mail, and I opened the mail, and lo and behold, your girl got a mail from YouTube. Your channel has been monetized. Like, it basically did not take me up to an hour to get monetized. Like, that was it. And that was super exciting. In fact, that day I was low-key super excited, because yeah, after clocking the 4,000 watch hour, which usually people usually have struggles going to here and there, clocking the monetization, and sometimes not reaching or not hearing or getting the mail on time, and mine didn't even take that long, and I got a mail, a response that I've been monetized, and I was super excited. So after applying, the tax came in, and I started making inquiries about how to go about the tax thing here in Nigeria. If you live in Nigeria, you know the struggle of how it is to getting your tax, especially if you're self-employed or you're not employed. You know how it is getting a tax. So I know I had a tax card, but I couldn't remember where I kept mine, so I had to like go over the registration process again to check, because that was registered under my previous company, so I had to go over it again to make another registration, which I did. And yeah, that happened, and I applied. Yes, I remember applying. That was done on June 7th. I remember applying on June 7th. I think June 7th or June 12th. I'm not certain about the dates, but I remember applying and sending that on that day. Yes, June 7th, because I still have it here. June 2nd, yes. I remember applying June 2nd, and it got approved almost immediately. And in fact, that day or that period, everything was going on smooth, and now time to get the pin, which I did apply that same second, and I applied, and your girl was waiting for the pin, and no news, nothing. There was no news from the post office. We didn't get anything. And then on the 8th of August, I decided to reapply again, because I didn't get the pin. So I reapplied, and I was waiting. I went to the post office, went to the so many post offices close to me or closer to me, which I had their contact. In fact, I can't remember the number of times I kept on calling, visiting the post office, random post office. In fact, they practically knew my name. They all of the post offices I went, they knew my name, because I kept calling constantly to know if it will arrive in any of the post office, because there are so many there's a particular post office I used to use before I moved to this place, or before I changed apartment, before I moved to this apartment. So I was using the former post office. I had to visit that other one, thinking they would send it there. When I didn't get it, I visited the one at VI and the one at Ikota. I visited so many post offices. I also went to the one at Aja, and the one at, I think there are so many in Marina. Was it Marina or CMS or City Hall? I'm not sure. But the ones around CMS Axis, CMS, City Hall stuff, yeah, I was asked to go there, which I did. In fact, I visited a lot of them, and they practically had my number. I was basically calling them, and when I saw that I didn't get any call from anyone, in fact, it was so funny, because I visited a lot of post offices. I even went to the one at Magbo. Yes, that's how far it took me, and I kept on doing that consistently. And then I started praying, because it was already getting out of hand, because I didn't know what was happening. Why would mine be taking this long? I know in Nigeria how it usually take this long for mails to arrive or pins to get in here, but I was like, I applied twice. At least one of them I should have received one, but I still didn't get any. That it was funny. So I kept on praying and hoping that I would get it. And then I think on the 20th of September again, I decided to reapply. And this time it was with full force because that was the third time I was going to be applying, and that's the last time of applying for the pin, or else I'm going to get my channel demonetized. And I kept on praying because that day I had already lost hope. I'm like, if this doesn't work out or if this doesn't happen, I'm just going to leave this thing as it is and then move on and look for something else to do, because I don't know what else I'm going to do. So the following day, which was on the 21st of September, yes, 21st, I called the post office, the one at Ikota. I called them, and the guy was like, oh no, the pin hasn't arrived yet. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So how long, when should I call? He told me to call back on Friday. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm gonna give him till Friday to call, but I'm going to still check in between the week, which I also called the post office in VI that day to call to confirm, because I kept, if I call one post office or call one of the post office, I'm gonna call the other post office to be sure that none of the post office or any of the post office should have a good news or have a news to give to me. So I kept calling them randomly. Like immediately I drop off this call from this post office, I'm calling the next. So I kept calling. Like they practically knew my name. Even then I still kept introducing myself, still sent my name 1001 times. I can't remember I can't count the number of times I kept sending my name, what I'm looking for, my address, down to send it to them. And luckily for me, that particular day, the first person I called, one of the guys in the post office called me back and was like, oh, if I've checked the post office in Lekki 1 or Lekki Phase 1. I'm like, I don't know if there's a post office in Lekki Phase 1. I didn't know. And it's like, okay, he's going to take me there to confirm and to check if it's there. Probably if I don't get it there, then I have to mail or email Google, which I was like, okay, no problem, that makes sense. So went on and we got there and they were already closed, which was funny because that day I had high hopes thinking I'll get it. And then we met this lady and the lady was already packing. She's like, they've closed. I'm like, okay, so what are we gonna do? And she was like, okay, she's gonna see if she can help me sort it out. But that's not her department and the person in charge of it has left already, so that's a big risk. I'm like, okay, no problem, let's just see how it goes. And she kept on searching search. She couldn't find mine. She searched again, she couldn't find mine. She searched, she couldn't find mine. Guess what? So after so many searches, the other place where they kept some, she searched there, and guess what? That was the name that I just saw. So I saw mine and I'm like, oh, this is mine. And everyone was like super excited. In fact, that day I was so excited, like my brain, everything, I was over the moon. I couldn't believe it. Like, this is something that I've been waiting for. And guess what? Mine came on the 23rd of August. Yes, it came on the 23rd of August, and I didn't know that I used Lekki address or Lekki post office. I didn't know I used Lekki post office, and I've been going to the wrong post offices all this while. So that's my part. And just what I'm going to say, or what I'm going to share to you in Nigeria, or you guys in Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, let's take for example, if you're in Nigeria and you've applied for your PIN, make sure that you check the nearest post office. Do your research, do a thorough research to properly search or know the post office that is nearest to you, and make sure that you have a close contact with them. We all know that in Nigeria, most of the post offices, when you visit, they ask for money. We all know that, but sometimes try to keep a close relationship with them, because if you go there and you expect them to just give you your document or whatever you're looking for, I'm sorry, you won't get it. Try to keep a close relationship with them. Make it friendly. Don't go there that it is your right. We all know how it is here in Nigeria. Everybody is, to an extent, everybody is frustrated. So they will definitely transfer or put their frustration to you. They will transfer their frustration to you. So don't give them that opportunity. Every given opportunity, make it count. Be friendly. Talk to them in a polite manner. If they ask you for anything, of course, you're the one looking for something. You're practically you need something, so you have to be as humble as you can. Do your research about the post offices around your city or around your area, and be familiar with them as well, because sometimes you might be thinking that they will deliver to a certain post office, meanwhile your letter or your pin is in a different post office. And while I was doing this, or while I was waiting for this, I also watched a couple of videos. I had to go online, come here on YouTube, watch people's story. I kept on watching videos because I wasn't sure what was happening, because somebody said to visit lots of the post offices, which I did, and I visited a lot of them, and I still did not know that there is another one that I forgot to visit. I would have gotten mine long ago, but I omitted that. I skipped that. It was just, I was nonchalant about it. It was my mistake, yes. So in order for you not to make a mistake like I did, do not, I'm saying it again, do not just rely on one post office. Try to visit as many as you can to be sure that your letter or your pin has arrived, so that you know your next step, or you know the way forward, rather than you sitting and relaxing or waiting for the post office to call you. They are not going to call you. Number one, if you will be lucky if they call you, but they're not going to call you. They're not going to find you. We all know how the address here in Lagos is. We all know how the address here in Nigeria is most of the time. Majority of the time, the addresses do not match what we have in there. Sometimes it might be too difficult locating the place or locating the exact place, but try to do your research. Make sure that you put in the right post office. Frequently visit the post office if you can. Keep a close relationship with them. That is very important than just sitting and relaxing thinking your pin is going to come find you. It's not going to come find you, my dear. You have to do the work, put in the work. So yes, I know that it was all my fault, but still I'm just going to put it out there, because a couple of times, sometimes you might do it right, but you still might not get it in time. And don't be one of the person that channel would get demonetized. I mean, and also back it up with prayer, because I had to back mine up with prayer. In fact, that was majorly my prayer point, because every time I was like, my head was banging. Imagine creating videos and not getting this. I mean, this is what makes your fruit so fulfilling. I mean, we all know what this means. Yeah. So this, and then if you want to know how much I made for my first month, which was because on the 28th of August, 28th of May, I think, yeah, ads started running, but I didn't make money on that day. I think I made about 6 cents, and in May general I made $4. I made $4, which was, yeah, you know, I mean, it was just 3 days, 28, 29, 30, 31. I'll say 3 days, and I made $4, which was interesting. And in June, I made about $101, I guess. Let me see. I want to be sure about that figure. Yes, in June I made $101, and in July I made $165, and in August I made $250. Yeah, I made August was what gave me the most, and yeah, guys, it was interesting, and I in fact, I've never seen such huge, like the turnout or the turn up in August was massive. It was massive. Like I'm like, oh, interesting. So having that, adding up to what I have, was quite interesting, and I'm like, oh, good. And yes, I forgot to say that when I input the pin, I didn't get the alert. I didn't get paid. That's 21. In fact, that day I was expecting to get paid, but I didn't get paid. But funny, but interesting, I got paid at midnight. I got an alert and I got paid at midnight. on the 21st of August. I got paid twice. On 21st and 22nd, I had two payments. So yeah, that was the interesting part. I just want to thank you guys so much for believing in me and supporting me so much. And please, please watch the ads. If you don't watch the ads, we don't get paid. Please watch the ads, and if you watch this video up to this point, please watch the ads. Do not skip any of the ads. That's how we make money. I mean, you want your girl to make money and to cash out, yeah? So you don't want me to make a $4 every month or in a month. So if you want your girl or girl happy, more loading, then watch the ads. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'm definitely going to see you in my next video. Bye guys.